Oh yeah, if I get this mist and warm glow coming in really 15-20 minutes, this is going to be one of the most beautiful shots I've ever taken. Welcome everybody. I am so excited for you to be joining me today because tomorrow I am headed back to Felkers Falls. So if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, you'll know that last November I went to explore a new waterfall for me, Felkers Falls in the Hamilton area. On that trip, I took a look at photographer's ephemeris, the angle of the sun, for each day of the year, and determined that June 17th, that was going to be the day where I was going to get the best light, beautiful morning light. Well, tomorrow is June 17th, and so I am headed to a hotel in the area. The sunrise is 5:38. That means I want to arrive, about an hour before, let's call it 4:45. It'll take me about 10 minutes to travel from the hotel, so I got to get up at what I think is 4:10 so that I can get there, plan for the sunrise at 5:38. I'm pretty excited because also this week I got a new car, and so I'm kind of excited to like try that out and take it on a little bit of a road trip. The thing that I'm concerned about is that there's been quite a lot of wildfires, in the Quebec and in Alberta area, and so that has really led to some pretty disgusting looking sunrises and sunsets where the sun is just really not there on the horizon. It goes, behind this smoke, and so I'm a little bit worried that my plans that I've laid out here are not going to work out, and that the light is just simply not going to come. But it's a trip. I got it planned. You do what you can, and you never know what you're going to get. May as well be optimistic about it. Well, a very good morning to you all. Well, I am way too early. Still got 45 minutes till sunrise, and this area is really quite dark. All right, well, while I wait here for there to be enough light for me not to trip and fall to my death, let's talk a little bit about sunrises. The sun's going to need to rise for maybe 30, 45 minutes before it can make it over the tops of these trees and down into the waterfall in the way that I'm imagining. All right, I am getting a little nervous. I can't see the sun on the horizon yet. It's only been a little while. Before I get too excited and only take this shot, let me walk you through my camera settings. I took a few test shots, not really exploring every single possible shutter speed, but half of a second is kind of what I liked there. I'm going to go with f11, and I tried a couple of different photos. I tried focus stacking, and it definitely made a little bit of a difference. If I make this a lot smaller and just put it on social media or on this video, you may not notice the out of focus foreground here. So I'm going to try doing it with one shot, and then probably that's not going to work out. So what I'll end up doing is taking two shots, one of the waterfall and one of the foreground, and I'll be able to stitch those together in Photoshop to be able to get sharp in focus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, give me a sec. All right, well, definitely gave me a startle. I don't typically see people out in the morning, or if I do, it's once I'm done with my shot, or it's at some other time. But this hiker, Wes, if you're watching, hey, kind of crept up and said good morning just as I was recording a couple things. So I couldn't really hear what was going on because I got the waterfall, and I'm kind of talking, and man, he scared the crap out of me. I'll tell you, that woke me up more than any morning coffee that I've ever had. All right, so let me give you a status on the light here. So I am seeing direct light that is very beautiful, very orange, very red, just across the this gully here. And actually on the rock in this one location just over here, I've got the most gorgeous red light. So as the sun continues to rise, that moves a little bit further in this direction, and it's going to light up this waterfall like I was hoping. A piece of kit that I always have with me is this small little filter set, and actually it fits in my camera just kind of right in front of where my camera and my lens is, a small little pocket that I've created for it. And I always keep 3 things in here. So I always have a circular polarizer for any time I'm going to want to use a polarizer, and I keep 2 levels of neutral density filter. So I think this one is an ND8, which is a little bit less stop than this ND64. The ND64 may be a little too much. If I try out with this this ND filter, I see my 1/3 of a second goes to 20 seconds. That is way too much. So I'll try with this ND8 filter, and it takes this 1/3 of a second, let's try this out, down to 2.5 seconds, which I bet I can play with, because at 2.5 seconds, once the light is hitting this, this waterfall, it's going to be much brighter. It's going to let in a lot more light. All right, so slight miscalculation on my part. I think the sun did rise just over in this direction, and the smoke and maybe some cloud on the horizon, maybe some trees, they've just gotten in the way. And so I never really got the light coming, you know, right down through this valley up into the waterfall. But now the sun is actually right behind me. So I'm looking at the waterfall, and actually now I'm, you know, my tripod and my Nick are the shadows in front of the waterfall and some of the foreground. So that's, I'm not going to be able to remove that really. I can cut it out a little bit, but now, you know, the scene has changed. And so now I've got quite a lot of really nice light in this foreground. There's some nice light, you know, right in front of me, and I'm sort of shading it. I think what I got to do is focus on my area that I want to get, put on my 5-second timer, run out of the frame, and then come back when, you know, after the photo's been taken. Let me try that. Well, it's not that bad. Oh yeah, this is getting better and better, actually. This weird little kind of, I don't know, wispy tree that originally I was shooting now doesn't have any light on it, and actually all the light is on the foreground, and so I got this brilliant foreground shot that actually takes this kind of, you know, muddy, trampled roots and dirt and makes it really interesting. Now, it's quite too bright, and you can't just have, you know, your foreground is extremely bright, because it's just going to gather all the attention. The viewer of your image, their eye is going to go directly to the brightest part of the frame. I want that to be the waterfall, and not the foreground image with these roots. So I'll have to find a way to darken that down and brighten the background. And by far the best way to do that is by getting the natural light that's going to come down onto that waterfall.
Well, I'm happy with this, but I don't think I got exactly what I wanted. In the end, the forest fire smoke did get in the way, and it kind of ruined this sunrise. Fire. What a day ruiner.
Well, as always, thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.